Hey, what's up, fam? Arthur here. I wanted to do something different today. So I've got this book, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, and I'm just gonna say it. This is one of my favorite books ever in terms of the lessons and life lessons in this, in how to be a good person, how to be a good man, understanding the polarity of masculine and feminine. This is the book. And so what I wanted to do for people that don't have access to this book is I wanted to read a chapter out loud, and I wanted to go through it. We can discuss it, we can review it, um, and take away the lessons from it. So starting right from the beginning, chapter one. And again, this book is really for any man who's looking to find his way in life, any man who's looking to own his masculinity, to step out into the world, to be stronger, to be more confident, to be more sure of who he is, and also understand better his interaction with the feminine. So, with all that said, let's jump into it. Chapter 1. Stop hoping for completion of anything in life. Most men make the error of thinking that one day it will all be done. They think if I can work enough, then one day I could rest. Or one day my woman will understand something and then she will stop complaining. Or I'm only doing this now so that one day I can do what I really want to do with my life. I think we've all said that one before. The masculine error is to think that eventually things will be different in some fundamental way. They won't. It never ends. As long as life continues, the creative challenge is to tussle, play, and make love with the present moment while giving your unique gift. And that's something we're going to continue to talk about more, is finding your passion, finding your unique gift, finding that thing that you can offer the world that nobody else can. It's never going to be over, so stop waiting for the good stuff. As of now, and another example, people wait until retirement. They're like, I'm going to sacrifice my life today. I'm going to sacrifice my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, my 50s. But in my 60s, then I can enjoy my life, right? He's saying, no, take a moment to enjoy this moment right now. As of now, spend a minimum of 1 hour a day doing whatever you are waiting to do until your finances are more secure, or until the children have grown and left home, or until you have finished your obligations and you feel free to do what you really want to do. So put aside an hour every day to work on the thing that you really want to work on. Don't wait any longer. Don't believe in the myth of one day when everything will be different. Do what you love to do, what you are waiting to do, what you've been born to do now. Spend at least 1 hour a day doing whatever you simply love to do, what you deeply feel you need to do in your heart, in spite of the daily duties that seem to constrain you. However, be forewarned, you may discover that you don't or can't do it, that in fact your fantasy of your future life is simply that, a fantasy. Most postponements are excuses for a lack of creative discipline. Limited money and family obligations have never stopped a man who really wanted to do something, although they provide excuses for a man who's not really up to the creative challenge in the first place. And that's a really big dig. I think there's a lot of people, myself included, that have been dreaming of like, oh, I really want to do that thing, but XYZ reasons, financial reasons, I'm busy, I got so much going on, I got to be with my family, I got friends, I got, there's things going on, right? We have that thing that we want to do, but there's just conveniently always an excuse not to do it. And really what he's trying to say here is that those are convenient excuses because you don't actually really want to do it, which then brings up the question then of, is that then an opportunity to figure out, okay, what do you actually love doing? And that's where experimentation, trying, doing different things, is then how you actually really come to connect with yourself and figure out what you actually love, doing. Find out today whether you are willing to do what it takes to give your gift fully. As a first step, spend at least an hour today giving your fullest gift, whatever that is for today, so that when you go to sleep at night, you know you couldn't have lived your day with more courage, creativity, and giving. Which, interestingly, is actually the reason I'm recording this video right now, because I wanted to challenge myself to give my gift to the world. See how this goes full circle? In addition to the myth that one day your life will be fundamentally different, you may believe and hope that one day your woman will be fundamentally different. Don't wait. Assume she's going to be however she is forever. Excuse me. If your woman's behavior or mood is truly intolerable to you, you should leave her and don't look back, since you cannot change her. However, if you find her behavior or mood is merely distasteful or a hassle, realize that she will always seem this way. The feminine always seems chaotic and complicated from the perspective of the masculine. The next time you notice yourself trying to fix your woman so that she will no longer fill in the blank, relax and give her love by touching her and tell her that you love her when she is this way, whatever you filled in the blank with. Embrace her or wrestle with her or scream and yell for the heck of it, but make no effort to bring an end to that which pisses you off. Practice love instead of trying to bring an end to the quality that bothers you. You can't escape the tussle with the feminine. Learn to find humor in the unending emotional drama the feminine seems to enjoy so much. The love that you magnify may realign her behavior, but your effort to fix her and your frustration never will. The world and your woman will always present you with unforeseen challenges. You are either living fully, giving your gift in the midst of those challenges, even today, or you are waiting for an imaginary future which will never come. Men who have lived significant lives are men who never waited, not for money, security, ease, or women. Feel what you want to give most as a gift to your woman and to the world, and do what you can to give it today. Every moment waited is a moment wasted, and each wasted moment degrades your clarity of purpose. Now that was a big chapter. That was just chapter 1, but that already bit off a big meaty topic. Now, my only problem with that chapter is it presupposes that you already know what it is that you want to do with your life. It presupposes that you know what your purpose is, what your mission is, what that gift is that you truly want to give to the world. And if you know what that is, great, because then the answer is basically stop wasting your time and do that thing. However, there's obviously a big challenge or a big problem if you've been living your life and doing your thing and going to school and working your job, and kind of following along the path, but then you're like, well, that sounds great, but I don't actually know. I don't know what is my purpose, what is my greatest gift, right? And so again, he kind of speaks to that in this, and a lot of people say like, oh yeah, I'll when I retire or when I have more free time, then I will give my gift, and that's really an excuse because they don't actually know what their true gift is, right? And that's where my recommendation is. If you're like, okay, well, I don't, this sounds great, but I don't know what my gift is. I don't know what my purpose is. My recommendation to you is to experiment, try things, get out of your comfort zone, sign up for different classes, right? Whether those are like dance classes or Toastmasters, or signing up to do an open mic night, or something, I don't know, something fun like yoga, or I don't know, just going to the park, or going, finding online courses, going to Udemy, going back to school, learning things, taking a cooking class, learning an instrument, learning a new language. Just keep trying, right? If you don't know at your core what your big thing is, what you're driven to do, what your purpose is, then your job, your purpose, right? If you don't know what your mission in life is, then your mission in life is to find what your mission in life is, right? And the way to find your mission is to test, experiment, try new things. Always be open to do new things. Experiment, test, sign up for things, go out, get out of your comfort zone. Just keep trying new things. Keep reading, keep learning, keep experimenting, right? As long as you keep going, you're being successful. The only failure in life that I see is if you intentionally don't do anything. If you decide just to sit around, play video games, drink with your buddies, if you're not really pushing yourself, then that's really the only failure. But as long as you're out there, you're testing, you're learning, you're trying, you're experimenting, you're learning about yourself, you're learning about the world, you're learning about what you enjoy doing. Slowly in time, the answer will come to you. The answer will come to you. And something interesting that I've noticed too in my life is sometimes the answer will come to you, and then you'll ignore it, or you'll be like, that's not actually the answer. You'll move on with your life. And then 3 months, 6 months, 3 years down the road, that idea comes back full circle to you, and you know what? you're like, okay, you know what? That was actually it, which is fine, because maybe it just meant that it took time. The idea needed to kind of percolate in the back of your mind before you could fully embrace it, and then you go after it. So stop waiting for completion of anything in your life. Get out there, give your gifts. If you don't know what your gift is, then your mission in life is to go and find out what your gift is by trying, experimenting, and putting yourself out there. With love, fam, Arthur here, and we will see you soon. We're going to keep going through this book, and we will be back for more. See you soon.